checking whether a number is prime number or not, right? So this is a code that is used to determine whether a given number is prime number or not. So before we are going to understand this code, we need to know what actually a prime number is. A prime number means it is having a definition like it should have only two factors, that is 1 and itself as a factor, the number itself as a factor. So if it is having only two factors, then only such type of number is called as prime number. If the factors exceed more than 2, then it will be considered as composite number. So for that reason, we were going to use this logic to determine whether a number is prime or composite. Let me do. Now I assigned a number 29 to num variable and initially made a count to be 0. Why? Because what I will do means I will divide this 29 with numbers in a range of 1 to 29 and check how many factors it is going to have. It means with how many numbers it is going to be divisible and leaves remainder as 0. If it is divisible with a number and leaves remainder as 0, then that particular number can be considered as factor of this 29. I hope you understand. If 29 is if num29 is divided by 1 and leaves remainder as 0, then 1 is a factor of 29. Why? Because 1 completely divided this 29 and left a remainder as 0. And one more thing, this 29 is divisible by 29, then we will get a remainder as 0. If 29 number is completely divisible by 29, so it will be a factor of 29. So if 29 is divisible by 10, it leaves a remainder like 9. So if as it is remained a number 9, it won't be a factor of 29. So it left a reminder so that it won't be a factor of 29. I hope you understand what the exact logic is. We were going to divide this number from the range of 1 to number, that is here 29, and we will check how many times it is satisfying this condition. So as many times it is satisfying this condition, the count will going to be increased, right? For 29 it will be satisfied with 1 as 0 and count will be 1, and after that it won't accept or won't divisible by any other number in the series and exactly divisible by 29 here and get 0, satisfies the if condition and goes into the if block and increases the count again and makes count to be 2. And after that, we will be going to check whether if count is equals to 2, then print prime. So as we know that if factors are 1 and itself, in the sense only two factors, then it will be considered as prime factor. If not, in the sense if it is divisible by more than two factors, more than two numbers, it will be considered as having more than two factors and that will be executed over here. If not 2, if the count is not 2, if it is mostly divided with 4 to 5 numbers, then it will be a composite number. And this if condition fails and it jumps to else block and prints it is as a composite number. And this is the logic behind determination of prime number by using this Python program. Let me execute this. 29 is a prime number, so that we were got prime here. We got 2 as count as it is divisible by 1 and itself 29. The count is 2 and this block is successfully executed and prime was executed in our console. Next, if I place some 30 over here, it is a composite number. Why it is a composite number means, as you see, this 30 can be divisible by 2, can be divisible by 3, can be divisible by 5, can be divisible by 10. So it is having more than two factors, so that this count will not be equal to 2. So this condition fails, and the interpreter will go to the else block and prints this composite. So this is the logic behind prime numbers. I hope you find this video well and continue to the channel to learn the top 100 Python programming codes.